Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Arcane and Stellar, and I'm here with another pick a card reading. So today's reading is going to be a request, and this came from Miss Veramendi. So thank you, Miss Veramendi. The question's going to be, well, she said, suggestion. What does he tell his family and friends about you? So I'm just going to do a little bit more general to make it wider, so it could be a he or a she. So it's going to be like, what do they tell, others about you? Whether it's friends or family or, just people in their life. What do they say about you? So, with that being said, I'm wishing everybody very good health right now because the flu has hit our household, or the norovirus, or whatever it's called. And, yeah. Hopefully I'm not going to get sick. That's why I was like, I better hurry up on this video because there's a chance I'm going to be puking pretty soon. So anyways, yeah, wishing you all the best health. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys, and let's just do it. Piles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the timestamps will be down below, as always. And I will see you in your reading. Hello, so if you've chosen pile number 1, this is going to be your reading. So I'm kind of in an awkward position today in regards to how I'm set up. Because I'm trying to chase the light because there's really good daylight. So I'd rather not hook up my ring light. It's because it's massive and I hate maneuvering it through my door to this room because I don't like to keep it in the room when I'm not using it. And so I'm just going to take advantage of daylight. Let's see here if I can move these a little bit. There we go. So you've got the Hanged Man, the Seven of Cups, the Emperor, and the Four of Pentacles. We've also got some tea leaf cards, which we'll get into. Choices. Trapped. Clear the past. Accept the gifts of the universe. Claim your boundaries. And fake it till you make it. Okay, so I'll try to move the cards into focus more when we're getting to them. I have a small table. I'm planning on getting a bigger one soon as I can. Because this one is very awkward and it's oval, so it's really annoying actually. But yeah, okay. So, okay. So the Hanged Man can talk about somebody that's at a pause in their life that isn't really. It's kind of like reconsidering things. Could be a little bit of a stagnant energy, and I'm almost getting that this person, essentially, to sum it up in just like a few words, feels that you're wasting a lot of potential. I think that for many of you, this is what they see in you and kind of what they would say about you. It's like, when you see people living a life that, and you're like, man, if they just do that, they're so good at it. Like, why don't they just do that and make something of it? They might just see some wasted potential in you. It's kind of, but they know that you have the capability for it. So that's what makes it kind of maybe slightly frustrating for this person. First, yeah, and like that's kind of what I get with that trapped. I think you're kind of trapped by your own kind of options, sort of, and like just not exactly sure where to go, so you don't really kind of do anything because you're always considering and rethinking and taking a pause in some way. But we do see that Emperor energy, so this person, says that you're a good leader, that you have the capabilities to do, nearly anything. And with this Four of Pentacles, okay, Four of Pentacles in this particular deck really reminds me of, like, you see what, Bridezilla or whatever that is, Bridezilla, is like kind of controlling the situation sort of down below. It's kind of like, I feel like this person sees you as somebody that is very capable of controlling the situation. In fact, that sometimes you might control it too much in ways that are, that they maybe see that you're not making much progress. Okay? And that's kind of like, okay, here with the accept the universe, I'm going to try to go through this like easily. Hold on, I'll finish this up. So with the like I said, with the trapped and the choices, I feel like you might have a lot of options, like I said, and they feel like you need to make a choice in your life some way, and they talk about that with other people. Like they need to choose what they're going to do. There's just a lot of options that they're, setting their heart on, but, this energy of the emperor is like maybe taking charge with that like a masculine type of energy and deciding, what to focus on. For some of you, they might also see that you have a lot of gifts, like natural gifts. Like I said, they think you're very capable. This person does. They don't think down on you. So, I feel like they, tell people about how gifted you are, how many natural talents you have, and you may not even see these yourself. But I'm sure this person has probably told you in some way about these, so you might have an idea of what they could be. Yeah, and then claim your boundaries. For some of you with the trapped card and the claim your boundaries, and kind of what I was getting here with the Four of Pentacles, some of you might be in a situation where you are a bit trapped. Either maybe you have parents that are kind of controlling your life and having a big say over what you do, or it could be a bad relationship, bad friendships, where you are emotionally trapped into them, and they might feel like you need to put more boundaries here with this Emperor card. For some of you, it might be that you are good at boundaries. But with the surrounding cards, I almost feel like this is an emotional or outer influence. So, so we have clear the past and fake it until you make it. And that makes me think that some of this could be fears from your past, maybe not really maybe you feel like you have a lot of options, but maybe you're not as good at them as you want to be. Like, for instance, I am one of those people. I'm a manifesting generator and in human design. And, well, I'm also like an Aries with like a stellium in the ninth house. I have my sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus in the ninth house. So I tend to be one of those people that is very, with the fire energy. And I also have Neptune and Uranus in the fifth. So my hobbies will be like this, change. Woo, 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 woo. I'm like all over the place sometimes. And there are a lot of things I know, but I'm not an expert in many things. I think the only thing I feel like I don't even feel like I'm really good at anything. Maybe astrology I'm decent at, but I've been studying that for like so many years. So, and then, maybe tarot, but I still don't even feel like I'm an expert at tarot. I don't know. I watched Lotta. I don't know if you know Astro Lotta. And she, in one of her videos, or it could have been one of her webinars, she said that she wouldn't consider herself a teacher until the age of 50, a proper teacher. And it's kind of like, I guess, how I feel. I always feel like too far away from it. But anyways, what I'm saying here is that I feel like this person sees that maybe you have some insecurities. Maybe you're like, I don't know this well enough to do it yet. I need to learn more. Oh, my mom is great at this, by the way, too. I see a lot of people like this. But the thing is that sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. You have to act like an emperor. You just have to like act like you're like, seriously, like look at all the people that are so like popular and like leaders in some way. A lot of them act the part. And they might be wanting you to do that, and they tell that to other people, that you really need to start like, putting more confidence into what you do, and accomplish things. Okay, so we have Sun, so happiness and well-being. March. Let's see what else we have. Wedge, Desk, Arrow, and Spear. Okay, so let's just start with the March. Some of you could be, March might be something prevalent. Maybe something happened in March. You planned something in March. Maybe your birthday's in March. You know what I mean? I don't know why that came out. So just take that how it resonates to you. Might not resonate for all of you. We have Sun, happiness, and well-being. So I think this person really does care about your well-being. That's kind of why they're worried about all of this, about you taking control of your life, about you having more, because they want to see you fulfilled in some way, to have that, happiness. And like arrow, it says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Like I said, I feel like this person really has strong opinions about what you need to do in life in some way, but I don't feel like it's malicious. I just feel like it's something that they genuinely feel that they wish you'd take control in some way. Hold on, I need to restart my camera. Okay, sorry. Like, there's a genuine concern on their part about you being on the right path and finding that fulfillment. We also have pay attention to your work. Again, I feel like they think that you need to kind of like, again, it kind of ties into what I'm saying here. This idea of that, like, you need to get down and dirty with it. You need to choose a cup and kind of like a fulfillment and go for it. And don't be worried about, like I said, fake it until you make it. Don't be worried about what you, if you're not an expert enough. Like, just go with it. You have a talent, natural talent. And, you know, you need to accept the gifts of the universe. You need to, you know, get out of any traps that you have. And back to this, like, the claim your boundaries card here. We have wedge here. And it says someone is trying to come between you and a friend on or something you want. I do feel like that for many of you, there could be somebody in your life that is somehow holding you back. A person. It could be between you and this person. There might be someone in between the relationship that doesn't really approve of it, but I really feel like that's not the thing. I feel like there's somebody in your life that's holding you back from success. Now, we have heartache over what you no longer have. Now, so with saying that, I have a few different feelings regarding this. I feel like this could be something where you have somebody who puts you down in some way. Maybe even, you know, without knowing it, kind of. They sort of like, you know, pick you up and drop you when they want and tell you what to do, sort of like try to control the situation. And you need to kind of like, they might see that and tell people about the situation that this, you know, person's in control of their life. They need that, you know, they're trapped in this situation and they need to make like a choice to kind of get out of it. Because there's that, it puts a wedge between you and, you know, your dreams, your goals. So that could resonate in many different ways for different people. You know, like I said, it could be, you know, parental figures in your life that, you know, try to control you too much. It could be friends. It could be family members, other family members besides parents. Or it could be, you know, even a spouse maybe, you know, for some of you. Or, you know, a boyfriend or a girlfriend or, you know, really anybody. But there is something that's wedging, that puts a wedge in between the two of you in this relationship, I feel. Also could just be your own insecurities that's doing that. Maybe you block this person out because you might not want to face your potential. So don't be afraid of your potential. This person doesn't see, even if they come off maybe, I don't know what type of person this is. I didn't take cards for that. But even if this person comes off rough, I don't feel like it's meant to be rough. I feel like this person really sees the good in you and they tell other people about it. And while I feel like that maybe sometimes they do vent to other people about you, it's more like, oh, why aren't they doing this? They have so much potential. What the hell are they doing? Like, don't you hate that when you see people like that? And it's like, man, you're really just fucking it up. Like, sorry, I said the F word. But, you know, like, I'm not saying that you're like that. Okay? I'm not saying that you're an F up person, you know, F-ing everything up. I'm just saying that I feel like this person just really, I feel that like, like frustration, almost like loving frustration that like, there's something that's you're trapped in. It could be a mindset, could be family, like I said, it could be a lot of different things, but it puts a wedge between you and your dreams and you and this person. And it does frustrate them. And I think they probably, you know, when they do talk about you, that's going to be one of the topics that comes up. So I hope that resonates with you. You know, if it doesn't, maybe choose a different pile or find a different reader. But I'll see you all in the next video. I'm going to do another request next. I think it's going to be about a future spouse stuff. But yeah, if you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'll get to them. And if I can, if I think it makes a good reading that will be universally liked, or what, you know what I mean? If it's sometimes if they're too specific, then I don't do them. It's just because I'm not sure how to read it or if people will be interested in it. Because sometimes there are just other topics that are, I only have so many I can do per week. So I kind of have to pick and choose my battles and what I want to do. But anyways, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you all in the next video. Okie dokie. So if you've chosen pile number 2, this is going to be a reading. So what does your person say about you to other people? Let's find out. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, or well, I guess a Weaver of Boons in this deck. Starlight. Oh, that's a beautiful card. Child of Spells. The Lovers. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I remember this pile being romantic. So this is definitely something romantic. We got a lot of T cards here. I'm just gonna, I don't know, shove them over here for now. We'll get into them. And then we have, this is hilarious. I love it when the cards do this. Look at that. Hope. Right under the Starlight card. So star, like the star. So, individuality. Meditate. What do you love? Be generous. Okay, I'll just do this for now. I really need a bigger table. I'm working on it. So, okay, so those of you that chose pile number 2, we have, yeah, like I said, let's just start with the Queen of Pentacles. I definitely see that this person sees you as a very giving person, and they probably talk about, for instance, if you're like a homemaker type of person, or you keep a home, that, you know, they like going to your house, that you're very giving and warm and welcoming. You might be the type to give gifts, or you're very giving anyways of things that, you know, if you have a garden, you're the type to give, you know, from your garden to people, and help out. You might give to charity, but definitely just a warm, you feel like a homey person. You feel like you're the type of person that, you know, will help somebody when they're sick or, you know, feeling down or out. And yeah, definitely a very supportive, loving person for sure. And then with the Starlight card and the Hope card, they see you as a very hopeful person. You're probably someone that daydreams a lot, that has a lot of dreams and aspirations. You could be into astrology or the moon cycles, and they might tell other people about this. You know, like if you have an astrology question, go ask that person. Do you need to know something about the metaphysical? Go ask them. So they might see you as somebody that's very knowledgeable about this worldly type of stuff, or like I said, metaphysical or like new agey type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? And but they definitely do see you. Some of you might be into stargazing or astronomy. But definitely overall a very hopeful energy, especially with the Child of Spells right next to it. That's like the Page of Fire, or Wand, sorry, Page of Fire. Yeah, so like definitely very enthusiastic and excitable energy. You definitely probably are the type that follows your passions. And you know what I mean, like really goes after what you want. So I see like almost some action there in terms of your hopes and dreams. I don't feel like you're the person that doesn't act on them. Like in pile number 1, I really got the impression that they were the type of person that wouldn't maybe follow their there was maybe their person felt that there was a lack of following through on passions or abilities. But I feel like with this one, it'd be more like you actually do it. You hope and you do. With that individuality card too, is I feel like as if they probably see you as very, with that, in going back to like astrology or maybe like kind of interesting type of hobbies or interests or hopes or dreams, they see you as a very confident, not confident, a person who really, yeah, like follows their individuality. You don't really need to fit in to be, you know, like you don't really feel the need to fit in. You do things the way you want to do them, and they really like that. Yeah, also with the meditate card here, with that hope and starlight, I definitely get some strong meditation vibes. So you might be into meditating. And some of you might have even used meditating, for instance, to achieve things, and they've told other people about that. If that's like maybe part of your relationship, obviously, that might not be with everybody. Yeah, and so we have what do you love, and that's all about the child of spells. Like child of spells is the type that's going to find that love and passion and follow it. And I feel like you kind of focus on what you love. You want to achieve the things that you love, and you know what those are, or at least you're willing to figure it out. Anyways. Oh, and then we have be generous. Again, like I said, such a generous energy here with the Weaver of Boons. I wasn't even paying attention to that, actually. I kind of forgot when I said that. But yeah, so you're a very generous person. I feel like you're definitely a person that they would tell others to go to for different things. Oh, and also the lovers. Jeez Louise. They might see you as a very good partner. If this is a love, if it's like maybe a crush or something, they probably see you as a potential partner, and have warm, like loving type of feelings for you. I don't really get the choice aspect of this card, but I definitely do get the sense of of you being a good pair for this person. We have like, you see the bow and the arrows, 2 arrows. It's like very similar interests, very similar lifestyles. Definitely this person feels a good bond that way. So we have, let's just get into the T card so I don't like go crazy and talk too much. We have the fan, so romance, celebration, party. So they do see you as a party animal. That would be like the child of spells. It'd be like a fun person to be around. And then we have romance, of course. So I definitely feel like this person tells other people that they're romantically interested in you. Like they've told at least somebody that they think that you are, you know, depending on what level you are in the relationship. They definitely, people know that they see you, or at least some people know that they see you as a romantic partner or potential for that. We have rose, so romance is in the air. So they might see you as very romantic, or they might see you as a very potential romantic partner. I think, okay, we have 2 months here, interestingly enough, January and February. I thought that was interesting because my cards are mixed very well. They're not together at all. So those just popped out. So I wonder if some of you could be an Aquarius. Wait, that's actually, I think, associated with the star, right? So some of you could be an Aquarius, but even if you're not, you might just, like I said, with that individuality, Aquariuses tend to be very individual thinkers. They think ahead of time, They're kind of like futuristic. There's like a specific word that I'm looking for and I can't find it. Unorthodox, maybe a bit unorthodox. You might have interests that are a bit unorthodox. You don't have to be born in January, February, or be an Aquarius. These are just maybe some attributes that I associate with an Aquarius. But for some of you, you may have met this person in January or February, or had some significant events. Let's see here. Okay, so we have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. For some of you, recently you might have, and we have pay attention to your finances. So it could be that for some of you, you've recently had some financial problems, and you may have had an unsuccessful, outcome to that. And like what I'm getting kind of though is that this person sees that you're still hopeful and kind of like looking towards the future. You didn't really like let it get you down. You're still like, oh no, I'll just get up and try again. Like with this Wands energy, the Page of Wands energy, or the Child of Spells. We have older woman and woman. I thought that was interesting. So this kind of is not tripping me out, but like, it could be that you're a woman, but there must be, for some of you, especially if you're a woman, they could be talking to their mother about you, or an older woman in their life. there could be some kind of issue with an older woman. So, like, maybe they're thinking about telling the older woman about you. Um, I think it's going to play out differently depending on like where you are in a relationship with this person. Like, say if you're married, they might talk to their mom a lot about you. It could be good or bad. You know what I mean? I mean, whether your relationship with her is good or bad. Or they might be wanting to kind of, meet the parents type of thing. So that's kind of what I'm getting. But overall, one second. Sorry, I went over my time limit. But overall, I'm definitely getting some definite romantic feelings. And I'm pretty sure that this person has told other people about them. Um, depending on where you're at in your relationship, as I said. But yeah, with this older woman, I am getting maybe they want to tell their grandmother or their mother about you, or they have, or that's the person they actually go to, or maybe they're close to an older woman in their life. Could be a coworker even. That they work with. But I definitely feel like that might be a clue as to who they talk to. They could also have a female friend that they find to be very wise. Hey, kitty cat. My kitty cat's running down the road, or walking down the road. Anyways, so actually, very good reading. I think that they tell very good things about you. So definitely positive stuff. So if you, resonate with this and it sounds accurate, let me know. Let me know which pile you chose. I love hearing about it. And I will see you all in the next video. And don't forget, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Okay? Bye-bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. So my candle is on its last leg. I don't even know if you can see it. It's like on its last leg. It wants to go out. So it might go out during this pile. But that's okay. Okay, so what have we got here for you guys? We have the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, King of Swords, the Chariot. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, clear the path. Isn't that so fitting with the Chariot? Decide. Ooh, with that sword energy, definitely. Message. Oh, that's like communicate. It's just hilarious how this stuff comes out. Okay. I just want to see marriage. April. Yeah, okay. Let's see. What does this person say about you? So you've got, interestingly enough, the Queen and Sword, the Queen and the King of Swords sandwiching the Hermit. Interesting. So, I definitely feel that this person, if they do talk about you, it's very careful. They watch their words. They communicate clearly and honestly. And I have a good feeling that this person sees you guys as an intellectual match. You guys might be able to talk very easily about certain topics, at least. At least, like, they might not be good at talking about their feelings, but they're good at talking about their, intellectual ideas or something. You might talk about politics together, or you might talk about, different subjects, history, or whatever you guys are into. And I feel like they see you as somebody that's very sharp and smart. Either way, whether you're male or female. And I definitely see that, energetic match. They might also tell people, like, don't screw with her. She'll, like, cut you up with her words, kind of, or him, vice versa. They see you, as somebody who's a very honest, blunt person, but not necessarily in a hurtful way. They might also, with that Hermit card, that's interesting because I do feel like that's also, about diving deep into your intellect. So this person might see you as very smart and spiritual. You aren't afraid of going into yourself, into diving deep into yourself, into solitude. I feel like you have that confidence of, in the, that intellectual I almost put the card in the candle. You almost have that, like, in the ability and the confidence to understand that you don't need to rely on others to be happy. I feel like you can find a lot of your stimulation in life within yourself. You have a very active mind and a lot of interests. And so you don't, for some of you, they might make excuses for you a lot in terms of going out. You know what I mean? Like maybe you don't, you cancel or something because you're studying, or you have to prepare something for work, or, you just want some time alone to refresh your brain. Maybe you have to talk a lot or communicate a lot in your work or life, and you just need that downtime. So they might be the type of person that says that about you. You know what I mean? Oh, they can't come because they're kind of worn out. But that confidence, I think is related. At least I'm feeling the fact that it's related to the fact that yeah, you don't really need friends to feel good about yourself. You're fine with being a lone wolf. Message. So I feel like you communicate a lot with this person. For some of you, this could be a long distance relationship or friendship that requires a lot of written communication. So like texting and stuff. So they might even talk to you about you, when you're texting. Like they might say, oh, so and so said this. Ha, they're so funny. They're so smart. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you might give them a lot of topics to talk about. Like, a lot of times when they're talking about you, they're just like, oh, she said this or he said this. And, oh, wow, that's so, like, that's such a good idea. Like, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So we have decide and clear the path. Well, if you're looking for a decision with clarity, I think that you can't get better than maybe the Queen of Swords or the King of Swords, because they're able to look at things with a logical perspective and kind of make the best decision about something based on that kind of mental ability. And so I feel like they do see you as a very decisive person. You Okay, maybe not always. For some of you, it may be that they don't see you. Like you might be the person that can't pick something out at the restaurant. But and you're like, what do I want? And like, dude, just decide. And they might tell other people, oh my God, she's so indecisive, or he's so indecisive. But I think for most of you, you are a decisive person. Okay, I think that's only it's like going to be 50-50 with this. We have clear the path. So what I'm getting here with that is that once you decide what you want as well, you make it happen. Like come hell or high water, you don't care. You'll once you set your sights on something with this King of Swords, Queen of Swords energy, and you you did your research, and you decided everything, you spent your time alone, you meditated, you did whatever you had to do, you're going to clear that path to make it happen with that Chariot card. The Chariot isn't going to wait for nobody. They're going to get it done. So I have a feeling that they tell people that about you. Like, oh, if you want something done, ask them, because they're amazing at getting shit done. So like that kind of thing. We have a marriage card. So are you married to this person? I'm not sure. Or maybe, marriage might somehow play into this relationship. It could be that, you recently left a marriage and they talk about that. Or you're having marriage problems and they talk about that. It could play out in quite a few ways. They might talk about wanting to marry you. Just see how it resonates with you and like where you're at with this person. So, or maybe they, I think the marriage topic somehow comes up. We have hat, you'll be playing a different role. With that energy of clearing the path and the Chariot and the confidence, I feel like they see you as somebody that can fit into any role, that you can make it happen by clearing, by clearing the path or moving forward in some way. that you can don a lot of different hats. And it could be also that you just can don a lot of different hats because you are just so stinking smart. You just might know a lot of facts and knowledge. And you like, if you're going to go to another country, you're going to be the type of person that would have researched it beforehand and you can fit right in, or at least like, respect the culture and stuff like that. That type of that type of energy. We have April. So that's interesting. We have a lot of, air in this reading, but April, it could be that you're born in April, or something is happened between you and April. I don't, I got some month cards I pop out at me, and I just took them just in case that might help somebody resonate with it. April or springtime could be something important to you. I have an April birthday. Okay. Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. So definitely, I feel like there are some feelings from this person about you. I think that this person does perhaps like you in some way. So let me know what the relationship is with this person for pile number 3. I'd love to hear about that. Um, for some of you, if you are going through relationship problems and this other person's talked about it, they might, they do so with, affection and genuine care of your problems. Okay, and then we have claws. So be careful, do not take risks. Now this can go either way, and I think it's going to go either way for some of you, and let me know, how that resonates. But I see the Queen and the King of Swords as very careful people. They're not the ones to willy-nilly do something and to make uncalculated risks that are detrimental to themselves. So they probably, hold on. Sorry. I imagine that they would tell other people that you're a very careful person, that you, are logical and don't play around. Not like the last pile, which had like the Page of Wands, which would be a much more playful energy. You're maybe not of such a playful energy. At least if you think something is risky or has risks associated with it. But also, it could be that once you figure out what you want and you get in that chariot mode and you want to clear that path, that they are worried that you won't be careful enough. Okay? So I think it could go either way on that. I don't want to say one way or the other because I think it could resonate a little bit differently with different people. But overall, that's what I'm seeing. I definitely want to hear about this marriage. Is this like a love interest of yours or a partner, or what's the deal? Or maybe you are having relationship issues and they ask, and you talk to them about them. So let me know, and I'll see you all in the next reading. Take care, guys. Oh my goodness. Hello, pile number 4. I got wax under my fingernails. I just changed the candle for you guys because it started really going out in the last pile. So if you've chosen pile number 4, which is our last pile, isn't this gorgeous? I'm not very good at stones and gems, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it's called. My mom would. She's got a huge book about. She's really into that stuff. I like them because they're pretty, but I don't exactly know what they all do, except for maybe like some of the, very famous ones, like Tiger's Eye or something. Or what is it, Tiger? Is that even what it's called? Shoot. People, amethyst and stuff, you know what I mean? Rose quartz. I know those ones, but not an expert at all of them. We have a lot of quartz in our area. That's gorgeous because I live in the mountains. Okay. So we've got the 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the Page of Wands. And we have like a crap ton of freaking tea cards. Okay, and then we have High Priestess of Water, Self-Worth. Listen to your heart and ask your spirit helpers. Interesting. Let me just look at these tea cards real fast. I want to... Too much concern. Okay, so what does this person say about you to other people? I feel like you have a lot of memories with this person. you've known this person a long time. Obviously, with the Six of Cups, I think that's, where our first thought is going to go when you're asking about somebody. They might talk about a lot of memories between the two of you to other people. So like, oh, that one time at band camp? No. That one time they did this or that. God, if you know that one time at band camp reference, like comment below, because am I old or what? I don't think anybody even knows what that means, like if they would get that reference anymore. Anyways, yeah, let me know. Yeah, I feel like that they reminisce about you a lot. For some of you, they might be quite depressed about something that went down between the two of you with that Nine of Swords. I almost got this feeling that they might talk about you when they drink. I don't know what makes me think that, per se. It's just a feeling I've got. But I almost feel like this person might get drunk, and then talk about you. Reminisce about the old times, the good times, or whatever. Another thing that I want to say here is that I do have a feeling that this person might talk about some of your pain. Okay? The reason why I'm getting that is also that Nine of Swords and the Six of Cups. But, sorry, I grabbed the wrong card here. We have Weeping Willow, so family sorrow. So this person might actually talk about something you've gone through that's mentally screwed you up in some way, or really hurt you, or caused you a lot of pain, anxiety. So it could be that, maybe a relative of yours passed away, or you have a family childhood trauma. This person might tell other people about it. And it might not, I don't know. I'm kind of a private person, so like maybe that's a turnoff for some of you guys. Like, ooh, I don't want them telling my stuff to people. I don't necessarily pick it up as like anything negative, like they're trying to tell like others about your stuff and then like to talk bad about you. I don't think it's that way. I think that most of all what I'm getting from this is that despite all of that, I feel like you're a very hopeful person who's looking towards the future with that Page of Wands. And so that might be kind of why they tell people that. They might be like, well, so-and-so went through this, but look at, they're still like going for life, even though they've had this horrible sorrow in their life. So that you might even be kind of like an inspiration to them in some way. And they want to use you to inspire other people to keep going. Okay? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. So we have July and November, and these popped out, as I was shuffling. Maybe they're relevant to maybe, July, November birthdays, or, events could be relevant. Yeah, so, maybe in November you saw them at Thanksgiving, or maybe, July, 4th of July. Maybe you have some memories from these events that they like to talk about. For instance, like, holidays that happen in these months, or, you know what I mean? Okay, so yeah, we have listen to your heart, and I think that goes quite well with the Page of Wands in terms of, I do feel like this person sees you listening to your heart and, still looking out for yourself in the future and having a lot of self-worth despite maybe this family sorrow. As well with the Priestess of Water, the High Priestess of Water in this deck talks about going with the flow, kind of like going through life's changes, like emotional changes, and just kind of, riding the wave and continuing on. And I really do get that sense that this person finds that quite inspiring in you. Also with the Two of Pentacles, a good balance. You balance things well. I'm sorry, I skipped that over. I just kind of zoomed in over here. I do feel like that they see you as a very balanced person who keeps their stuff together despite, again, all of this, like, some kind of problems that you've had in your family. We have two interesting things here. So with the Page of Wands, this person might think you're a little bit of a player, playgirl, playboy. We have Rabbit, so too much concern with sexual matters and great passion. So they might think that you're very passionate right now, and they might be talking about that. It could be that you're, if this is like a friend, for instance, they might be like, this person's like really after, like, hot, sexy moments with people. Maybe you've had some conquests lately that they talk about to other people. Some of them might even, but this may not resonate with everyone. Some of them might be concerned about your sex life, that maybe you're, too young or too this or too that, or maybe being too not discerning enough in some of your sexual partnerships. That sounds offensive. Probably is. I'm not accusing you. I'm just reading the cards. They might just see you as a very sexual person that, is interested. It could be just that you're a passionate person who likes a lot of crushes. Like my best friend, she'll say crazy stuff, but she's actually like pretty funny. She'll be like, oh, she wants to like, she talks about her Hollywood crushes and stuff like that, and what she'll do with them. Do you know what I mean? So maybe you're like that, and they just are like, oh my God. I don't know. Maybe they tell people that. I don't know. Or maybe that's just something they might say about you. Yeah, but I do think that they do see you as a very passionate person with that Page of Wands. And then we have bouquet, compliments from an admirer. So I feel like this person probably has like either a great admiration for you or maybe even a crush. And I feel like I told you, with that sense of them telling people about your family sorrow, I don't get a judgmental vibe. I get more as an inspiration vibe. So I think that they might find your story or something about you inspiring, and they really want to tell it to other people. And it's kind of like a compliment coming from them. Oh, and then we have ask your spirit helpers. So they might tell people that you're very spiritual. That might be included in that. Maybe you found spirituality through this loss, and that might have something to do with it. But I think it's just going to be for some of you. You have to remember, these are general readings. So like when the messages kind of come out, some of them might resonate and some of them might not. It just kind of is an overall energy. But yeah, so I hope that resonates with you. If it does, let me know. And if you know who this is, not who this is, but like, if it sounds accurate or in like kind of what relationship you have with this person, I'd love to hear about that because I always find that very interesting. So I wish you all the very best. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay spiritual, and take care, guys.